Good evening and welcome to Estuary TV News. I'm Hugh Riches. Tonight we celebrate the birthday of Grimsby's maternity unit at Princess Diana Hospital, and I talk to young musicians with entrepreneurial talent. But first, it's over to Richard Morris for the news headlines.
Hello, in the headlines today, World War I remembrance services are happening in the area and a local councillor is taking part in a charity skydive. In Cleethorpes on Monday, townspeople can expect to join in with remembrance services which are taking place across the whole country. Mayor Alex Baxter of North East Lincolnshire Council explained what will be happening.
On Monday is obviously the day before the start of the First World War, and it's 100 years since this occurred. What we're going to do is remember the words of Lord Grey, who said, "The lights are going out all over Europe and we will not see them lit again in our lifetime." Now that was a poignant statement which in actual fact reflected not only the anticipated loss of life and the conflict in part, but it demonstrated a depth of knowledge to awareness and why people should recognise that these things are dangerous excursions. What we're trying to do is commemorate this, and the lead agency for this Royal British Legion, and what they would like the nation to do is at 10 o'clock on the Monday the 3rd of August in the evening, light one single candle in commemoration of all those who died or suffered as a result of the consequences of the First World War.
In Bishop King Church on the Willows estate in Grimsby yesterday, people met, talked about World War I and shared memorabilia from the time. The exhibition was full of things from a bygone age and featured posters and clothing from the time. Councillor Jane Hilden King talked about why she helped set up the event.
Well, today, every Thursday on the Willows, we always have a group called Chatterbox, and at this group we all come together for coffee and tea and chat. Because of these celebrations going on about the 100 years of the war, we decided we wanted to do something for our community. Well, obviously I've got quite a large exhibit there. One is a quilt. And it was a quilt that was done in 1915/16, and it was done over the West Marsh. And it was the ladies of the Church of St Paul's, and they decided they would do this quilt and get people to sign it and make money from the squares that they signed. Eventually the ladies of the church put the quilt together, they embroidered all the names, and I've now got hold of this quilt.
Work has started on a £9.5 million University Technical College in Scunthorpe. The college will create 220 jobs and 600 students aged 14 to 19 will benefit from specialist training in local industries. Companies such as Tata Steel, Able UK and Centrica are involved in the curriculum and offer guaranteed routes into jobs. The Baker Deering Trust supports applications for UTCs across the country, and founder Lord Baker came to Scunthorpe to witness the groundbreaking.
I'm here to celebrate what's going to be very good news to Scunthorpe. Here we are in the centre of Scunthorpe on a derelict site. In a year's time this is going to be a college capable of training 600 students, a university technical college. And this is the new sort of college that communities need.
Well, it's a fantastic day today, great facility. 2 years hard work to get the funding, but it's here, all signed. So today is the first day. We open the doors September 2015. So we're looking forward to that very much.
An East Lindsey District Councillor is taking part in a charity skydive. Councillor Robert Palmer is doing the dive for a cause which is close to his heart, having survived prostate cancer. We went to see the preparations underway in Brigg.
For my charity, which is a urology department in Louth Hospital. They basically saved my life when I had prostate cancer, and I just feel it's time to pay them back. I've done parachuting in the army. It's something that I just feel this year I should be 72. Now would be a good time to get the last jump in, I think.
And finally, North East Lincolnshire Council is launching a motor scooter loan scheme. It'll cost users £75 a month to borrow a 49cc scooter. The scheme is available to those who are not served well by rural public transport and who need transport for getting to employment or education. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for now. If you have a news story for us, then please contact us on 01472 315561. Goodbye.
Until 10 years ago, many of Grimsby's babies were born at the 2nd Avenue site on the Nunsthorpe estate, but for the last decade they've been delivered at the more modern Department of Family Services at Diana, Princess of Wales Hospital. Dave Nunn was at the birthday party.
Babies have been being born in Grimsby's maternity centre for 10 years now. Recently, the Department for Family Services celebrated the 10th year of operations in providing midwifery care to the denizens of the town, despite plans that could have seen the service shuttered.
We are celebrating 10 years of midwifery care in our new purpose-built unit. We actually moved in on the 20th of July 04, which was Sunday. So all the mums and babies who delivered on Sunday received presents, but actually it was quite a quiet day for us. There was only 3 deliveries. And we thought today we could mark it and celebrate everything we've achieved over the last 10 years. So to celebrate what we've done, what we've achieved and where we want to go.
The centre in Grimsby has drawn high praise because it's not a traditional maternity ward. It's what's called an LDRP ward, which is designed to feel more homely and calm the nerves of the women who are using the unit.
So we have quite a unique model of care here at Grimsby because we actually have no labour ward. We have something called an LDRP system. So the women go into a single ensuite room, they deliver in there, they go home from there. And like I say, the dads are encouraged or the partner's encouraged to stay as long as he wants to. So in other units you'd be moved from an antenatal ward to a labour ward to a postnatal ward with different staff on all those departments. And here you've got that great continuity of care because you're in that one room. So it took a long time to get used to that and to get it to work. But we love it and we've got lots of ladies coming from outside of our catchment area to come and partake in that model of care.
This kind of maternity ward does away with all the traditional practices of a maternity ward and streamlines the whole experience of giving birth. Mothers who used the unit and came back for their celebrations were extremely positive about their experiences of giving birth at the centre.
I really enjoyed it here purely because you get your own room. Partners are able to stay no matter what. They can come in any time. If you've got other children, they can come in at any time. They don't have to wait till visiting times. You get the one-on-one care of the midwife, and it's continuity of care. You see that one midwife throughout the whole experience, which is really lovely.
I felt very safe. I had both my children here, one in 2010 and the other in 2012. I accessed the care as I needed to, really. I felt that I had all my questions answered. The services and the facilities here are great. One-to-one care with both my labours. It was really nice that my husband could stay if he wanted to, which I thought was really nice. And the rooms are fantastic. You know, the single rooms, en-suite facilities. Yeah, really, really nice.
With the future of the unit secure and the continuing praise it receives from its patients, it seems as though this ward will be bringing new lives into the world for many years to come. Dave Nunn, Estuary TV News.
Young musicians from the south bank of the Humber recently played at London's Telecom Tower. Their band, Eulogy to Decency, was showing off its business as well as its artistic abilities in a competition organised by the Young Chamber of Commerce. A few days ago, I spoke to a couple of the band members. You've just been in a competition in London, I hear, a battle of the bands. Will you tell us a little bit about that, Ben?
Yeah, we've just been in the nationwide battle of the bands hosted by the Young Chambers Society, which is an organisation run by the Chamber of Commerce to help young people like ourselves who are enthusiastic about business and music to get into the industry, and it's been a really good experience.
How did you do, Jemima?
We ended up coming second in the Battle of the Bands section of the Skills Factor.
A nice initiative by the Young Chamber of Commerce. What sort of business skills were you displaying? What commercial craftsmanship were you showing off?
Well, we had to create a business plan to be able to publicise ourselves and get ourselves down there and finance, and basically we had to gather all the money up for ourselves and publicise ourselves to get the votes, because we ended up being voted as the wild card to get through to the finals, and to be able to do that we had to publicise ourselves widely.
And, well, publicity, of course, that's the name. No such thing as bad publicity, I guess. Well, in Britain, one of our biggest growing parts of the economy is the creative industry sector, and so I suppose music is as important an aspect of business as it is of anything else. And I suppose if you can do it yourselves and you're not looking for management, then you're not paying anybody Mr. 10%.
I think at the minute, with the stage that we are at, that we're not a very big band, I think we can always do it ourselves, but if we got any bigger, we'd have to have someone and employ someone to do it all for us.
Well, what about the idea of, sex, drugs and rock and roll? You're artists, man. You're not into this. You're not wearing suits. You're free spirits, creative spirits. Is there a bit of a disconnect between the idea of being rock and roll and business?
Well, I know my father wouldn't agree with doing the sex, drugs and rock and roll lifestyle, but it is a part of everything.
Well, you've got to have a bit of rock and roll.
Yeah, you have really. You've got to have that lifestyle to it, because it's the enthusiasm that you show with your music that ends up getting you further on. Like we found that, and the judges actually commented on this, that we was one of the most enthusiastic bands there, as we just went for it. We didn't just stand there and play our songs. We put passion into it all.
Absolutely. Tell me more about the music. First of all, tell me about the band. How many of you are there in total?
There's 6 of us in total. There's 2 vocalists and 2 guitarists and a bassist and a drummer.
And what's your role in the band, Jemima?
I'm a vocalist.
And Ben?
I'm the drummer.
And where are you all from? Are you all local people? Do you all know each other from what? From school, from college?
Yeah, we all met each other in school.
Where do people need to go if they want to hear that music? How do you access that?
The best place to access us is where you do many posts a day and a week is facebook.com/Eulogy to Decency Band.
And it's a fantastic name, Eulogy to Decency. How did you come up with that?
I think our bass player actually came up with the name. So in the strangest of ways, he was just listening to a band called Tool, and we found out that it was through, as eulogy means the death of, and we feel that the death of decency is upon us a lot more now in these days, where a lot of younger people like ourselves don't have the decency.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Eulogy to Decency. Wonderful band. I've heard the music, absolutely fantastic. Jemima, Ben, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now here's Dan Kemp with the Sports Roundup.
Thank you, Hugh. Scunthorpe United chairman Peter Swan has said that he doesn't want fans to sit behind a keyboard moaning and groaning about the club's plans for a new stadium, and instead are encouraged to have their say. Fans can air their concerns to Swan prior to the side's first home game of the new League One season on Saturday, August the 16th against Preston North End. The club are also encouraging supporters to email in. Cleethorpes Cricket Club play host to some of cricket's biggest names on Wednesday. The Lashings 11 are an all-star team of former international and domestic cricketers that tour the country to play against local sides. They raise money for their opposition and help build cricket's profile. Unfortunately, Cleethorpes lost by just 12 runs, but it was a day to remember.
To play against, Sackley Mushtaq, hundreds of test wickets, Phil de Freitas, Herschel Gibbs, to name but a few, it's just an unbelievable opportunity which we feel as a club, we just couldn't let pass by. I think this is one of the biggest occasions in the club's history, to be honest. That's how high we regard it, and hopefully, we've put on a show for everybody.
I've been doing this for 5-6 years, so yeah, it's enjoyable. You get to meet a lot of different people, get to see a lot of grounds, and it's fun. There's so many great players who have played and who are playing in Lashings, so these people, get the chance to get their autographs, photographs, and get along with them, so it's nice.
Rapid Solicitors Hull Stingrays player coach Omar Pasha has revealed that new signing CJ Chartrain turned down several other offers before choosing to join the club. Chartrain joins the Rays for the upcoming season, which starts on September the 6th, away against the Cardiff Devils, a game which sees former goalminder Ben Bounds play against his former club. Finally, in Rugby League, Hull FC host St Helens tonight, and Hull KR travel to Widnes on Sunday. Unfortunately, that's all for the sport this time. Back to you, Hugh.
Thank you, Dan. That's all we have time for tonight. If you have a story for us or want to contact us, please email news@estuary.tv or go via our Twitter or Facebook pages or give us a call on 01472 315561. Until next time, goodbye.